Right, where are we? End of week 2. Let's see what the scores are. Okay. What? We're up to 3 on that. Okay. Oh, 4 this week. Okay, okay. That's 3 as well. Right. What have we got? Quick maths. 10. 10. Okie dokie. Right. Well, it's an improvement, I suppose. Hello everybody, hope you're well. Yes, you're right. New haircut and new t-shirts. It's been a good week. I'll just show you where we're up to on this and then we'll show you how we got here. Mark's here in the dark room now. There's Isaac. Hello, Isaac. Hello. Ooh, got one out of him. That's one for the tally. Right, these walls are built, as I say. We'll just show you in a second how we got here. But we'll start off with looking at the byproducts of last week's video, the floor. Oh, look at it. Isn't it beautiful? Excellent. Go on then. Let's do it. Let's give it a go. Oh, come on. Come on. That's why you use it. Right then, let's build some stud walls. Lewis Capaldi's on the radio. This is a great time to turn it off and show you where we're up to. All the stud walls are in. Finish this one off around here. Mark has been round this morning. Put all the board catchers on, all the bits where if a plasterboard comes to here, there's nothing there to take it. So we've been round and sorted out where all those are and got all those on, scraps out the skip and everything. And this is it. We have rooms and we are ready now for the other trades. Window is ordered. So are the electrician and the plumber. Hopefully going to be here this week, but we shall see. But if we just rewind a little bit, we have a bit of a job to do in the bathroom. I'll just explain what that is. The customer wants one of these freestanding sinks, ones that just plonk onto the wall there. So in previous episodes we've mentioned this and we need the waste for it. So the waste is in the wall, that's why that wall is where it is. So then we can go through the stud to where the sink needs to be. Well, we know where the sink is now. Here you can see that all the markings out on the floor of where to put the door, the arch of the door, is it going to hit anything? As you can see there, that's been moved over, so give a bit more space by the sink. What size shower tray can we have? Blah, blah, blah. They've settled for that size there, 800 by 14. Toilets, blah, blah, blah. So it's all been set out now. That's what the walls where they are. And we now need to get the waste from there to here. Now then, you could argue, well, that was easy enough just to do as you were building it. But we forgot, don't we? Or I did, I should say. So we're going to do it now, but it's going to be all right. Now then, obviously we want to fall on this bit of on this pipe. And a 45 is going to skyrocket us straight into the roof and completely miss the sink itself. Even if we take it all the way down to there, it is still way too steep. So we're going to do it with a 90-degree elbow. I'm going to show you how we're going to do it, and hopefully it's going to work. Right, and in this particular instance, the laser level is my friend. I've set it up, I don't know if you can see this, but it goes through the middle of our pipe there. There's no real point in taking it any lower now, so whatever. So what I'm going to do then, I'm going to mark on there where that laser level is through on that stud there. And on this one, I'm going to drill a hole a little bit higher, only a couple of mil. And then on this one, the bay that we need to be a little bit higher again. That's all I'm going to do. That will then give us enough fall for that water to go out. There's a little bit of play on this, that's fine. That's the way we're going to do it, and hopefully then we've got enough space that way to get it in. I reckon we're going to be all right. I've got a 40mm spade bit, new tool for me, which is much bigger than the hole itself, than the pipe itself I should say, and just make sure that I keep the hole nice and square, not to give myself any more obstacles to get round, but let's get that sorted, then we should be all right. Will it go up there? Yes. Yes. Okay, that's it, mate. Nice one. Are you familiar with the phrase drama queen? Bloody hell. I think I may have overlooked the pudding in terms of how difficult I thought that was going to be. Winning sweet as a nut. As is the copper pipes for the first fix that's happening. Plumber's just finished his room, he's going to utility next. Now, I may have only seen these on American videos, I'm not too sure whether they do them in this country. Now I've said it out loud, they've got to, haven't they? There are plates that you can get to cover these pipes that go on the studs, and you can't put a screw through when you're plasterboarding. I might look into that. There's definitely metal stuff I'll be able to buy now to put on there just to protect us, because as soon as I put that plasterboard on there, I will completely forget that they ever exist. So there's got to be careful. Anyway, moving on. Oh, discussion point. He only uses copper, doesn't use plastic unless he really, really has to. What do you reckon to that? Is it better? Is he behind the times? What do you reckon? Put it in the comments. There is something about seeing the copper pipes all done that does scream quality though to me anyway, but see what you think. Right then, on this never-ending task of getting these rooms 100% ready for plasterboarding, I'm going to tackle this little beast. That is the existing duct from the cooker hood that used to, quite crudely, come around the room, the downstairs toilet that used to be here, and then through the fascia of the garage door that obviously used to be there. So we don't want that, we want it hidden. And this is the route which I've decided to take up into the loft space and then duct it down through the fascia. Sorry, I beg your pardon, through the soffit down there, nice and neat. And if you want to do anything like this, I suggest that you pick your route of whichever way you want to, of whatever you want to do, and then get yourself down to Screwfix Tool Station or all other places and start investigating into what they sell in order to get you from your A to your B. In this case, I've chosen the ducting, the flat ducting. I'm going to put it all together and then show you, but there's all these little bits that you can buy all individually. That's for joining two ducts together. That's joining, obviously, rectangle to round on a 90. They do different 90s as well. Instead of going that way, they go that way, if that makes any sense. Straight connectors, round to square or rectangle, whatever, all different types. So the answer is out there. Pick your route and buy accordingly. So I'm going to put that together, then I'll show you. After I've had something to eat. I've had enough. It's got to stop. I need to get out of the vicious circle of eating on the go through the course of meal deals and fast food. We all know it's just no good for you week in, week out, let alone the expense. So I am going to start prepping my meals and making sure that I'm actually taking food with me that's nutritious and actually good for you. And I'm going to teach you how to prepare a meal that gets you to around about 25 grams of protein, up to 7 grams of fibre and 26 vitamins and minerals. It's really simple. Just follow this one step. Boom. There's your answer. Huel's hot and savoury pots. These things do everything I've just said that they do, and they all are delicious. They come in a variety of flavours. Just add water, let it sit for a bit, give it a stir. You know how these things work. They really are very, very nice indeed. And Huel have very kindly offered you, our viewers, a bit of an offer. If you're in the market of, like me, try and look after yourself a little bit better. You'll get £10 off your first order. And if you're over in America, you'll get 15% off your first order as well. Of course, there's terms and conditions, all of which are on their website, which are listed below. Or you can go over to the pinned comment on this video, or even the description. Everything you need to know is on there. So thank you to Huel for sponsoring this video. Right then, let's get back to it. Personally, that's a bit high for me, but the customer's always right, I suppose. Well, since that last bit of footage then, Charlie has gone round, tell you what, let's turn you around. There we go. Charlie has got all the cables in. He says, throwing the camera around, there are no cables. There's some to prove it. We are first fixed. Plumbing is done, wiring is done, apart from all this needs to go back through the underneath the bedroom floor and back to the board, but we'll do that at a later date. All that ducting is done. That one there is a circle to square, a circle to rectangle on a 90 degrees, and exactly the same fitting is at the top, and then ducted out through the soffit. Simple as that. In fact, I don't know if you can hear that, but that is working as we speak. So that's all good. We've got another one of them in the bathroom. Mark and Isaac are going around vapor barriering that, all the stud walls, before we start plasterboarding. As such, there's another vent up there. Even though I think that vapor barriering that is a bit much, but sort of committed now. We've got the stuff. It doesn't take long. We're just going to do it. So there you go. One thing I haven't showed you is the, oh, sorry Mark, OSB there. That is for this side of these walls here. I'm in the storeroom, so we're going to OSB that wall and this wall, purely because, as I say, this is a storeroom and there is racking that the owner, the customer owns. Is to go along here, and then they'll come along the wall here, and we want them to be able to put a little screw through their racking or put shelves up wherever they want in here. We don't want to put shelves up, load it with stuff, chances of them tipping over or something. They always need just a little pin through, and they can go into plasterboard. We don't know what they're going to do when we're not here, basically. If they go into plasterboard, it won't be doing anything, that screw. So we want them nice and confident so they can put whatever they want in this room, wherever they want it, and we'll just put a screw through, and it'll be fixed, secure and safe, done. For that, to that end, we've got the thicker door frames to incorporate that, blah, blah, blah. Right then, I have got one last task to do to get this plasterboard ready, and that's to put the loft hatch in here. Once that's done, or the space for it, once that's done, I'll show you the roof space, and then the roof up there, because that's all finished. Right then, end of the day, let's show you what we're up to. One spaceship complete. What do you reckon? 8, 10 plants you can start growing in there. Anyway, that is all ready to be plasterboarded, as is, nearly I suppose, still going to vapor barrier these walls. This room here, I think that's worth doing. Peace of mind. Do whatever you want now they can to that wall. Put whatever one up, any shelves, whatever, all future proofed for them. And, oh actually, did you know these things are designed to go flat up against the wall? Not many people do, funnily enough, but been like it for years. Good, isn't it? Speaking of good, I'm happy with that. Of all the things I've built, I've never done that before, but it's all right. It's square as well, which I'm very happy with. Mind you, if ladders don't fit, that doesn't mean much, does it? So only time will tell with that one. Right then, a few of you have asked, why did we not do this roof just in trusses? I'm going to show you why right now. This is why. Look at the size of this loft space. It's immense. Now, I'm not saying they're going to use all of this. It's not very tall. It's a crawl space, if anything. However, they can use some of it, and they're going to. It's a very specific request from the customer right from day one. They wanted a storage space up here, and they have got a shed load. Quite literally, I suppose. It'll be quite difficult to get the mower up here, but there we have it. So there we go. You wouldn't have this with the trusses. It'd be too difficult to navigate. It'd be an absolute nightmare. But yeah. Also, when they come to sell the house, maybe in the future, hell of a selling point, isn't it? All this storage, whatnot. There we go. So yeah, makes perfect sense now, doesn't it? However, what's more important is the outside this roof. Let's go and have a quick look at that. And here she is in all her glory. I'm very, very happy with it. Especially with a flat roofer, he's done a lovely bit of attention to detail. I don't know if you can see that, but he's dyed his mortar black in order to match the roof. Beautiful. Very nice. Just got to do the guttering, and then this scaffold can go. Well, I think these roofs now marry in very nicely with one another. There's always a bit of a squeaky bum time. Will it look terrible? Well, as it turns out, no, it does not. And I'm sure you'll agree. And if you've been watching these videos before, you'll know about the anomaly where the two structures meet. Let's have a quick look at that. And this is it. Said anomaly. It was always going to be, what the hell is going to happen here? Well, this is what's happened here. From the ground, it looks all right up close. Well, even up close at scrutiny, including my face. But yeah, I think it looks really neat the way it is. It's just where this ends, sort of leaves this bit here, doesn't it? I don't know what to do. I have got another length of this, so I could continue that to there, but then that leaves that bit at the top there. I could go up and over, sort of cap it off sort of thing. I don't know. What do you reckon? Or do I leave it? I don't know. I don't know whether adding to it is just going to make it look worse. I'm not too sure. Don't know. Put it in the comments, see what you think. But yeah, from down there, it looks all right. It's only when you stare at it, isn't it? But there we have it. Right then, let's leave that one there. Anybody else had that sad realisation that nights are drawing in? Come round quick, didn't it? Make the most of it, man, make the most of it. Right then, we'll leave that one there. Ready for plasterboarding. It's full steam ahead now. We are approaching the end, if not, I've just gone past the final hurdle. So yeah, we're sprinting for finishing line now. So stick with us, we'll get this job boxed off very, very soon, hopefully. A bit of a short week for me this week because yes, you've guessed it, he's got tickets. Oasis, London, tomorrow. I'm going. Making a weekend of it. The gig's actually on Saturday. I am looking forward to it on the scale of a 7-year-old on Christmas Eve. They're back, man. They're back. So hopefully, after the big weekend, we'll have a video for you next week. It is just plasterboarding now. If I can jazz it up a little bit, I certainly will. So yes, thank you for Huel for sponsoring this video. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week. Definitely, maybe.